Hi everybody, this is Shiny here, and I'm back with you with a video. I want to show you a really cool and fun engagement I had a couple days ago. Really fun PvP engagement. Me and F-14B versus an F-15E, which was multi-crewed with 2 players, and an F-15C. This happens on the 104th server on their Operation Typhoon, and they were on blue side, so I joined on the red side because yeah, I wanted to fight, and there was a couple planes on, so I thought, hey, let's get in there and see what's going on, see if I can have at least a good, fun sortie. So anyway, yeah, let's get into it here. Right now, I am climbing out. I took off from Banzer Abbas on the red side. These guys are attacking a target area past Bullseye. Bullseye is kind of pretty much in the middle. And I am climbing out to 30,000 feet. You know, I'm getting ready to get engaged with these guys. What happens is the F-15E, which is the Zone 2 target more on the right side, it's going to keep doing ground attack. The F-18, which is the one that's right in front of me right now, who I'm getting ready to fire a Phoenix on at about 41 nautical miles, he turned hot on me. So I continued through that turn, foxed on him. I'm at about 32,000 feet. Foxed at about 41 miles. Okay.
Now he's locking us 12 o'clock.
He hard locks me here at this point. And I'm just continuing through that turn into an offset, letting my missile track. He continues to climb at this point, which was great. He's heading up toward 30,000 feet, and I was really happy with this shot. I felt like, you know, he was going to keep climbing into my missile. It was a very good, fairly high PK shot. So right now I'm just keeping in this offset, waiting for my missile to go pitbull. Going to support it as long as I can. My missile's going to go pitbull here in about 5 seconds. And he just hit zone 4. He just hit zone 4. And my missile went pitbull. I'm going to be off. I'm going to be off toward the northeast. Now, what's going to happen, though, is he defends this really well, and we'll see it in the TACVIEW. He did a great job defending that. He defended it right away. He didn't hesitate, and he ended up getting away from it. Okay, so I'm going to drop my tanks, or I'm in the process of dropping my tanks as I get his missile warning from his AMRAAM. He fired that AMRAAM a little over 20 miles away. It's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to be a very dangerous missile, and it's not going to be very hard to defend. And I'm going to head for the deck. I'm going to head for the deck right here along this little ridge. And make sure I get away from his missile. And what I'm thinking about here is, you know, I want to get back around. Because there's that Strike Eagle back there too. Even if that F-18 is defensive right now, that Strike Eagle is going to be hot on me now. And I want to get back around and get re-engaged before that Strike Eagle is on top of me. Because we know Eagles are fast. It's kind of what they do. So I'm clean of his missile. And now I'm just looking to get back around. Let's get back in the fight. And that's what I'm going to do right now. And as I come around, we can see that Eagle, he was at Zone 2. He just went to Zone 1, so he just dropped below 15,000 feet. He's about 25 miles from me right now.
Okay. There's dirt, 11 o'clock.
So I am not going to shoot a TWS Phoenix right now, even though I get him there as my priority target, because that's a beyond 20 miles. That missile would loft. I do not want my missile to loft at that range. That would be silly. So I can either wait to get him inside 20, which is what I'm thinking about right now. I'm looking to lock him up in ACM mode, but he gets a missile off first, okay? So that's fine. I'm not going to waste a missile in this case. I'm just going to get defensive. So what I need to do is just get defensive, defend his AMRAM, and play it smart. So I'm heading for the deck again. I'm heading down along this ridge. You know, you might notice one thing strange I've done in this fight so far is I didn't turn on my camera, my TCS. Usually if I'm inside 20 miles engaged with anybody, you know, that camera is on because I want to see who I'm fighting. I want to get that information from the TCS, like, you know, their aspect and all that. But yeah, in this whole fight, I never turned my camera on, the TCS, so that's strange for me. I always do that in any kind of sub 20 mile fight. So that's a strange thing. I don't know why I didn't do that this time. But anyway, so I'm running. I know he's back there. Several times I look back and I can actually see him back there. I can see a little black dot. He fired at me. That missile, he fired from 10 miles away. I'm supersonic and cold. That missile is no threat. You know, it's not going to catch up to me. It's not even going to come close to catching up to me, actually. That feels really low. But, you know, that's okay. What I'm thinking about is I want to get back in the fight. I'm not looking to run away. Can't really run away from an Eagle. He's got too much gas. He can stay in burner forever. So I want to get in the fight. I want to get this guy. I'm looking at the end of this little hill here. And how can I get some cover and get myself turned back around? I want to get myself turned back around. I want to get back in the fight. Because I know he's back there, and every time I look over my shoulder, I can see that little black dot's getting a little closer. So here we go. We're going to take our chance. Here's the edge of the hill. We're coming around. We're going to pop over this. We're going to see this guy. We're going to get a shot. So, again, right here, I can see that little dot down here. I can see where he is. We're going to go to PAL mode, lock him up in ACM. Get that Phoenix shot off right there. He launched an well, actually, I thought it was an AMRAM. He actually launched a Sidewinder. I'm going to dip back down behind this ridge. Flare off his Sidewinder. I can see him there in the corner of my screen.
11 o'clock.
He goes past me. I hear his sonic boom. I know we're merged.
Easy 490.
I reverse my turn. Get a little squirrely in the turn. Hit the rudders a little hard there.
430.
Going to keep coming around. Keep coming around. There he is.
12 o'clock.
I got around faster than he does. Sidewinders 1. Sidewinder 2.
12 o'clock.
Sidewinder 3. There's a first hit. He's not dead yet, though. There's the second hit. He's dead.
It is down.
So that Eagle is down. Now, here, I get stupid because I forget about the Hornet. I totally forget about that F-18 there. I'm thinking about, oh, I got a good kill. I'm thinking about the little etiquette I'm going to get on here and send him a, you know, salute, good fight, salute message. I'm thinking about how far I am from home, resetting my waypoint for home base. I'm thinking about all this stuff, and I just forget about that Hornet down there. But if you look down and see on my TID, you can see that Hornet is on the deck close. And I just saw that too. Holy shit. Out of autopilot. Get around. We're going to get that ACM cover up. Sub 10 miles. He's already fired.
Break right.
Fox 3 at him.
6 miles.
I'm off.
Lost it. Lost the rock.
And I just saw that explosion there. I didn't know what it was at this time, but he died defending my missile. He pulled hard. And I don't know what happened there. He lost control. He went into the ground. So that was a maneuver kill. Yeah, I'll take that as a maneuver kill. That's not bad. So we got him. Or he got himself. But that's cool. I'm pretty happy at this point. That was a pretty exciting engagement. Close merge with the Eagle. Almost forgot about the Hornet. Saved it at the end. pretty happy with that. And now I'm thinking about my fuel state, which is 2,000 pounds of gas. Luckily, I'm not too far from Bandar Abbas here. I think I'm like less than 40 miles from Bandar Abbas, maybe 30 miles from Bandar Abbas. So it doesn't end up being a problem, but it was a great fight. It was really fun, really exciting. For me, that's what DCS is all about, is these kinds of really fun and exciting PvP engagements. Love it. Okay, so let's take a look at this engagement in TACVIEW. So I said this was a mission called Typhoon, and it's on the 104th server. I'm on red side. I'm right here. I'm taking off from Bandar Abbas. The two aircraft we're going to be involved with are an F-18C and an F-15E. Okay, so I'm going to get in the air here. Those two blue aircraft, they are involved in this target area over here, doing some attack. I'm going to climb out, and I'm looking for 30,000 feet is what I'm climbing out to. This is the bullseye right here. So as I climb out toward 30,000, the F-15E is going to continue attacking. The F-18 is taking an interest in me at this point. And we can see right here, he is getting ready to turn in toward me. So we're at 60 miles right now. He's turned in toward me. Right here, he drops his tank. His tank comes off and he starts to climb. Getting ready to climb through 20,000. We're at 44 miles right now. And I Fox 3 on him at about 41 miles is where I shot that missile. The F-18 continues his climb. He's supersonic now, climbing through 23,000. Zoom out just a little bit more there. My missile comes over the top, 2.56 Mach, starting to come down toward that Hornet. I was really happy with this situation because the Hornet kept climbing. You can see he's at 33,000 now. He kept climbing. I felt like he's coming. He's hot. He's climbing. He's going to climb right into my missile. It's a pretty good situation. It's a pretty good shot. I felt pretty happy with that. However, he does a really good job. So the Hornet here, he defends very quickly, right? So he doesn't hesitate. He doesn't continue on straight, trying to get a little closer for his missile shot. I think as soon as he gets that warning, he immediately defends, and he defends hard. He defends hard. He does still get off his AMRAM. That he was intending to fire. He gets that off at about 23 miles. But yeah, he defends right away. So yeah, my missile's coming down here, Mach 2.28. He's just over supersonic, heading down in his split S. So he does a really good job defending it. As soon as that went pitbull, I was off to the side there, getting ready to defend his AMRAM, which of course I was also expecting. So he's releasing countermeasures, and what happens here in his defense, that Hornet, when he starts to pull up, and he pulls to the side a little bit there, and then he pulls up hard, and yeah, my missile is also having to pull to try to compute its lead on him, and yeah, it's draining its energy. So my missile's down to Mach 1.24, and my missile's essentially been defeated at this point. So yeah, it was really good defense by the Hornet. He did a really good job there. As I defended, when I got his missile warning, I dropped my tank, which I was in the process of doing on the way down there. And I'm defending, his missile was a pretty long shot for an AMRAAM. It was never really a threat. I'm out here along that ridge down to 1,000 feet. Yeah, and that Hornet, he successfully defended that AMRAAM. So we're going to switch our focus now to the Eagle. So the Strike Eagle, he turned hot on me. He's 30 miles away now. He's over Mach 1. And I'm clear of the Hornet's missile. I want to get back in the fight. So here I come around. I want to get back in the fight before they get too close to me. But here I settle out at 10,000 feet. I'm 23 miles from that Strike Eagle. At this point, I hadn't fired a missile yet, when I first came around, because I had him in TWS, and I could have fired a TWS shot right there, but it was over 20 miles. If it's over 20 miles, my missile's going to loft, right? I do not want to fire a 23-mile lofting shot when I am at 10,000 feet and he is at 13,000 feet, right? We're both at lower altitude, thicker air. I'm not going to fire a lofted TWS shot. Now, if I was inside 20 miles, that missile won't loft, right? That missile will go straight. And if he's hot and I'm inside 20 miles, I would fire that. Or I would probably, inside 20 miles, I would just hard lock him and fire that way. But either way, I didn't, because he got off his missile faster than I did. And I decided to not stick around and fire a missile yet. I'm going to hold my shots, and I'm going to go ahead and defend his missile. That Eagle is now 13 miles from me. I want to defend his missile. I'm just going to go down, take it down to the ground. So I'm back down low over, or on the other side of that ridge, rather. So that took his missile into the ground. So it wasn't a big threat. As long as I defended it quickly, that wasn't going to be a big threat. So I'm still staying defensive right now. I'm just over Mach 1 along this ridge at 620 feet. Got that Eagle 11 miles from me. He's Mach 1.2, 5,000. And he's chasing me. Now, as we saw in the video from the pilot seat, what I'm thinking right now is just, I want to get around. I want to get turned around. I want to get another shot at this. So, I wasn't looking to run away, because with a Strike Eagle, I can't really run away, right? Because he's fast and he has more gas than I do. That's the thing, right? So, I can run away, supersonic, but he has more gas than me. I can't keep it in burner as long as he can keep it in burner. He's faster. He's going to catch me, because if I'm not going to run out of gas, I'm going to have to get out of burner at some point before he does, right? So running away in this situation is probably not going to work. I want to fight. I want to get around on him. I want to get a shot. So I'm looking at, this hill here. I want to get to a place where I can get around the hill, where I can get some cover and get back turned around. So right here at 10 miles, he takes an AMRAAM shot at me. That's not going to work. I'm supersonic. I'm 10 miles away and I'm completely cold. That missile has no chance to catch up with me. So that wasn't a useful shot for him. I'm on the deck, just running along this ridge. We had that missile beep, 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 beeping at us. He's closed the distance a little bit. He's now at 8.5 miles. He's about the same, though, Mach 1.16. I'm saying Mach 1.01. So here I'm seeing my chance. So here I have a place where I can get around. And that's what I'm going to do. So there I go. I take my chance. I'm going to go up and around. coming out up here at about 4,500 feet. I can see him over this ridge. I could see him. I got him in PAL, locked up in the ACM mode. He gets his missile off of me. We're at 5 nautical miles now. He took a Sidewinder shot, right? So at 5 miles, you know, a little far Sidewinder shot, but I am hot, right? So we're closing that distance quickly. Although if he had any AMRAMs left, he'll probably regret that and wish he had shot an AMRAM here. That would have been a better choice. But in any case, he did. He fired a Sidewinder. Right here at 4.47 miles, I'm going to fire a Phoenix. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, I've said I have no problem firing a Phoenix very close. I don't think of the Phoenix as only that long-range missile, you know. The Phoenix it works very well close in, you know, as a active off-the-rail Fox 3. Do not doubt it. So I fired that at a little over 4 nautical miles. Fired my Phoenix. His Sidewinder's coming. I'm dropping flares. And that missile is not going to worry me none at this point. It doesn't seem to really go for the flares, but it doesn't go for me. And I dip back down behind this ridge to give myself some cover. He is dropping a lot of countermeasures. And at this point, I could actually see him. I could see him and his flares right there. Of course, he's dropping chaff and flares, but I could see the flares right there in the corner of my screen. Now here, you know, my missile is tracking. And we'll see my missile, my Phoenix, makes a hard pull there. And it comes very close. My missile comes very close. Get around and take a look at that. So, I mean, here's me and him are at 5,800 feet. You know, there's my missile. It couldn't quite make that turn, right? He pulled inside of it. My missile couldn't quite make that turn, but it was close. If he didn't pull quite so hard right there, you know, my missile would have clipped him. So that missile came close, and importantly, he was focused on dodging that missile, right? He had that beeping at him on his RWR. He's focused on dodging that missile. Just misses as he comes through that turn. Now, when I pop over this ridge, that's where I heard his sonic boom. You know, I didn't see him as he passed by, but I heard his sonic boom, boom. I knew he passed by me. I expected that's where he should be. So I roll over and reverse that turn. And we end up going into a one circle merge here. So we merge. This goes to be one circle. I don't know it's going to be one circle because I didn't know which way he turned. But we end up being in a one circle. And he's going 0.93 Mach. I'm at 0.75 Mach. So right there, he's faster. You know, his turn is not going to be as tight as mine. And it's an F-15E, which is not, you know, the best turning airplane anyway, right? So I get around on him much faster than he gets around. And that's it. You know, I make that turn quickly. I got a little squirrely in that turn because I think I hit the rudder pedal harder than I meant to. And it got me squirrely coming around there. But that's okay. I survived it. It's no big deal. I got around. Boom. He's still not through his turn. He's still having to look up, directly up through his canopy at me. And I'm already wings level on him. And here come the Sidewinders. And I'm not going for subtlety here. I'm not going to take any chances. I end up firing 3 Sidewinders. First one comes off. First one came off at 2.3 miles. I end up launching 3. The first one hits. but he doesn't die. The second one goes for the flares, and that third Sidewinder launched at just about 1 mile. Yeah, the third Sidewinder finishes the job. Third Sidewinder finishes him. Yeah, and then this is the part where I was almost very stupid, and I almost just completely forgot about the F-18. So I was thinking about heading for home and sending a good fight message, and I almost completely forgot that Hornet was there. And yeah, he was close, 12, 14 miles away, maybe when I came off that fight, closing quickly, Mach 1. I don't think this missile ever really tracked. I don't believe I got any warning from that missile. Actually, no, that was a 9X, so of course I didn't. So I don't know why he fired a 9X that far away. I think that might have been a mistake. But in any case, I caught it. I saw him on my TID. Oh shit, yeah, they're still an F-18. And I turn into him. So now we're at 8 miles. And I want to get off a Phoenix with ACM cover up. Just an active off the rail Phoenix. This is my last, maybe the last one I have. He gets off an M9X. And he got that off at about 6.6 miles. But this is going to be a maneuver kill. So he's defending my missile also, but he crashes while he's defending it. So I was a little surprised when I turned back around here. I had seen the explosion. I wasn't sure what had happened, and then I realized he was dead. So I figured, yeah, he must have crashed when he was defending that. So yeah, I'll take that as a maneuver kill. That's cool. Yeah, and that's it, man. That was a fun engagement. It was really fun. That's what I like. That's what, for me, that's really one of the things DCS is all about. Is just these fun, nice little PvP engagements. Yeah, it just gets my blood pumping. Love that stuff. All right. All right, guys. So this part of the video, I was just heading back to get back to Banderboss and land. Um, yeah, let me just close by saying the reason I like to make the video, um, whether giving tips about fighting or showing examples of fights and stuff, is because I think I just want to show examples of how to fight in the Tomcat. I think a lot of people um, don't understand fighting in the Tomcat well, just from the comments I see anywhere on the forums or on Facebook or wherever. I mean, I think a lot of people have strange ideas. They either think that, fighting in the Tomcat is only launching long range missiles and being, over 30,000 feet and fast all the time and avoiding any close engagements. Some people think the Phoenix is just a horrible missile and doesn't hit anything, or, you know, there's just so many strange ideas out there about the Tomcat, and you know, I'm kind of a Tomcat snob. I kind of feel like a high percentage of people just have no idea what they're doing. They don't fly the Tomcat mostly, or I don't know, or they just have no idea what they're doing for whatever reason. And yeah, but you can fight anybody in the Tomcat, right? There's no F-22 Raptors in DCS, so there's not the plane that we can't fight. We can fight everybody. Other fourth generation Fox 3 planes, no problem. Anything. So the point is, you have to have good SA and know what's going on around you, and just use your systems to your best advantage. But yeah, there's no reason. You can fight the close-in fight. You can fight the long-distance fight. You can fight any of those fights, and you will be good. You will be good to go. So just don't get yourself into a box and think that flying the F-14, you can only do certain things a certain way because as it's not the way. You can do just about anything you need to do. You just have to know the plane well and build up your knowledge of the systems and your muscle memory so that you can do things quickly. And of course, you're dealing with the gesture menu, so you got to have those controls set up so you can use them super quickly. And again, practice, practice, practice. It takes a lot of muscle memory to do all those things, but that's true of any, plane in DCS that you're flying and fighting in. All those planes take a lot of practice and a lot of repetition, and same the Tomcat. But yeah, just don't get yourself into a box and think that it's only good for a certain thing or you can only fight it in a certain way. Whoever you're fighting, whether it's long distance, taking 60-mile Phoenix shots or close in merges, you know, you can do anything you need to do. Just you just gotta practice. You just gotta practice. So anyway, fly your Tomcats and have a good time. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.